YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all of the things. I'm so excited for the holidays this year, as I'm sure you are too. I feel like it's crept up so quickly, cannot believe that it's already here. But I know the holidays might look different for some people this year, and so if this year you are making adaptations to your holidays, you're deciding to go all out because 2020 has been what it is, whatever the case, I am with you and I feel you, and I hope that you are just celebrating the best that you can in whatever ability that may be, and that you are spending the holidays however you see fit. So in that regard, if your Christmas looks a little different from mine this year, I ask that you just give me some respect into that, and I will always respect you and your decisions on what you decide to do with the holidays this year. So disclaimer, my mom has been beraging me about getting a Christmas list to her for weeks, and so I've been working on it diligently, and I have rounded up some really good things. So I thought I would share with you, because I feel like sometimes when in the years past when my mom has asked me what I want for Christmas, I really struggle because I end up putting a bunch of random things on my list that I'm like, oh, that's cute, like add to cart, or oh, that's cute, I'll ask for that. And then on Christmas, I like forget everything that I've asked for. And it's just always like a random surprise of things. And I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't really want this, or oh my gosh, yes, I love this. So I wanted to just be like really diligent about my Christmas list, especially as I'm like getting older and like not spending money on things that like I wouldn't buy for myself. So that's kind of what I modeled my Christmas list around this year, is like things that I want but wouldn't pay for myself. And a lot of that didn't consist of clothes. I feel like where I'm at financially now, if I want something like clothes wise, I'm gonna buy it. And I might sit on it for a few days and maybe I don't necessarily need it, but if I want something clothes wise, chances are I'm gonna buy it for myself. And so my Christmas list really doesn't consist of any clothes. I think there's one thing on there, maybe two, but other than that, it's pretty much just home decor focused. And so the reason for that too is I have like a very glam apartment right now. Like you'll see like the gold and just like the metallic-y touches throughout. And there are aspects of it that I do still really like. Like I think gold just looks really nice, but as I'm thinking about like my style of decor and as it's starting to change a little bit, it's just less gold and more of like a mid-century modern, more like kind of like gender neutral, like more blacks and more like basket and leather and whites, and just like really clean, but also kind of like fun with like pops of color. Like I would love to do like a really fun rug in my living room one day. So yeah, I just feel like my like decor taste is kind of changing, and like that's kind of like hard to just switch out and like justify switching stuff like that out, because it's like, okay, well, I really probably don't need another picture up on my bed right now, but like I want another picture of my bed. Like JFK's great, he's really cute, but I just don't know if that necessarily is my decor style anymore. So I'm trying to like slowly start to switch things out, and who knows, by the time I switch everything out, my decor style is going to change again. But I feel like that's what's fun about home decor, is that it's really fun to change your space up. I also feel like it's really fun right now in this stage of my life, like living alone, to have like a really fun glam apartment. So just thinking about long term, what's going to grow with me from years to years. Like if I'm 30, am I really going to want to have like gold metallic tones everywhere? Probably not. So that's kind of the reason, a long story, for why I want to change some of my home decor, and why you'll find a lot of home decor on my Christmas list this year. But saying that, there's also a ton of other stuff too that's not necessarily home decor related, and I'm just going to share everything. And just another little disclaimer, I feel like this is getting so long before I even get to the good stuff. No, Christmas looks different in every household, and that is absolutely okay, and I think that is something to be celebrated. So if obviously this Christmas list I made for my mom, and all of these things I do want, but again, they're just like wants, and it's all just stuff. Like that's not what Christmas is about. I think we all know why we celebrate Christmas, and there's just a bigger reason. And obviously the gifts are fun, and it's so nice to give things. I personally like love giving gifts more than receiving them. I just don't want to deter people from like the meaning of Christmas and why we celebrate it by sharing a ton of gift ideas. So always remember the true meaning of Christmas. I share gift ideas more to be a resource, and because I know that that's a huge part of Christmas, but I don't want you to ever think that you need all these things. It's all just stuff. True like experiences come from spending that time with your family and your loved ones. So don't forget that, and don't get wrapped up in like that need. When you see like tons of people buying like gifts and things, don't feel like you have to have like that hot item. you do you in whatever capacity that looks like. I'm asking for a lot of these things, but there's no way that I'll get all of this stuff. I like to give my mom like a really big range of lists. Long story, I feel like that was like 7 minutes, but I will get to the Christmas goodies and I will try to share as many details as possible. Everything will be linked below. It'll also be linked on my blog too, so lots of places to find it. And let's get started. Okay, I lied. One last tip, but I swear this is the best one. So I feel like every year I ask for a bunch of random stuff for Christmas. I already said that, but I this year wanted to be like super diligent and strategic about my gifts because I'm getting older and not paying for everything by myself. So I started making a Christmas list for myself, like in the notes on my phone back in April. Was already thinking about it and was like, oh, like, and so then throughout the year, whenever something would pop into my head, or like I would be out and about and see something and be like, oh, I would love to own that, I would put it on a list in my phone. And then at the end of the year, I just kind of looked through everything. And so I kind of had a starting point already to see like, okay, these are the things that I like wanted throughout the year and saw, which was nice because I also like forgot of certain things and that I had seen. But it also gave me a starting point, which I think was so good because it also allowed me to be like, okay, this isn't something I really wanted. Like I've sat on it, it's been a few months, I don't really need that, whatever the case. So it really helped. I highly recommend it. I know it's a little late now with it being November, but great tip for next year. This is the first year I've done it. Otherwise I would have given you this tip sooner. So now let's get started. So this first thing I found back in June. My mom owns it and our neighbor at our lake house also owns it and she had found it through him. So it's this cooler that's also like a bag, which I feel like really doesn't exist. I have not been able to find it. I can't even find this one. So I'm going to link it for you, but chances are you cannot even find it because it's sold out everywhere. And I don't know if it's because they're like a smaller business or whatever. I need to like reach out to them and kind of figure out what's going on because I really want this thing. It's a cooler, but it's also a bag. So you can put like towels in it and you can put your sunscreen and your sunglasses and all that stuff. But then it also has a middle piece that like pulls out and comes completely like separate from it. So you could use it as a tote, but it also has this cooler part that you can put in it. And so it's like modeled off of like kind of those like high-end coolers that like keep drinks cold for forever. So it's great technology, but it only fits like probably like 12 cans, which is perfect for me because if I'm going to the pool, there's no way that I'm drinking more than 12 cans of a White Claw. So it's a great size. And that's what I really like about it is that I feel like those big bag coolers, first of all, are so heavy and it's more drinks than you need for, you know, 1 or 2 people if you're like going down to the pool or whatever. And it's just so unnecessary. And then you don't have you have to bring a separate bag. So you got your cooler and then you got a separate bag for like your towels and your sunscreen and all the other stuff. So I like that this was kind of like one solution. So I got a cooler and a bag together and I just really loved the idea of it. It's sold out in the gray color that I want, but as I've been staring at it for the past 2 weeks, trying to find it everywhere, the sand color that is available is growing on me. So it's called the Torrid Safari 15 cooler too, but this bag cooler I have not seen anywhere else. If you have seen something similar, let me know. Okay, so this is like one of the only clothing items on here, but it looks so freaking cozy. I'm so ready for it. So it's this Sherpa pullover, which by the way, I feel like Sherpa kind of came out of nowhere in the trends this year. Like it's just kind of everywhere, but I'm totally here for it. It's so cozy. And I found this Sherpa pullover. I really want it in white. I'm asking for an extra small because I was reading some of the reviews and it looks like it does run pretty big, but I just think it's so like cute and looks so cozy. Like I could totally see myself wearing this all winter long with leggings. So it's definitely high up on my list and just kind of like the only clothing item that I'm asking for because I'm here for the cozies. This next thing has been on my dream list for months. Like I've been staring at this every day. Like if I probably had to ask for one thing for Christmas and this is all I got, it would be this, which is so silly because it's so like trivial. Like it doesn't matter. It's a Link figurine that you would put on top of like books, like on your coffee table or like drape it over like a shelf or something, like just for shelf decor. I just am obsessed with this look. I just think it's so pretty, so classy. I just love that it adds dimension. Like as you can see, I have lots of shelves throughout my house, and I love shelf styling. And I just think it would be such a good decor piece to have. I feel like I have little trinkets everywhere, and I just feel like it's like kind of meeting my mid-century modern, like new vibe look. So that's something else I really like about it. And it's actually like a really good price. So they have some other ones that are like limestone, which are obviously more expensive, but I haven't really been able to find this in a ton of places. And so the McGee collection at Target, they created something similar on like a smaller scale, which is 2 links, and it sold out within minutes. It was $20, which is such a steal. And now you can find it on eBay for like $50. Like people are upcharging them just because it's that popular. And I've had my eye on it. I used to probably check it like every day, and I've gotten out of the habit, but it's just waiting for it to come back in stock, and it hasn't. So I had to look elsewhere. I found this one. The exact name of it is the Knot Figurine Decor. It's a pale wood chain, and it's the small link. The large version is absolutely ginormous. Don't get that one. And it's from the company Blue Mist. I've never ordered anything from them, so I'm not quite sure of the quality, but reading the reviews, just looking throughout their site, everything on there is beautiful. I would love my entire home to look like that. So giving it a try, hoping it stands up to the quality. But I just really love this decor look, and I'm excited to finally own something like this. A cute psycho dog mom. I want a dog camera, and I know everyone has one, but I miss her when I'm gone, and I worry about her in her little crate. I'm like, oh my gosh, is she upset? Like, does she need to pee? Like, I've been gone for 30 minutes. I'm such a psycho dog mom, fully will admit it. So I have not had one of these little cameras yet because I've been working from home, but I know I'm gonna have to go back to the office at some point, and I am gonna have to leave my little girl behind in her little crate all day, and I just wanna be able to check up on her, give me some peace of mind. I know I'm not the only one out there, so I didn't wanna spend a ton of money on a dog camera because, again, like, I don't need all the fancy features. I don't need it to throw the dog a treat. I don't need to speak to the dog, whatever. Like, I just need to like check up on her. So I wanted something like at a very base level that had great reviews. So I found this one on Amazon. It's only $25, and I like that it comes in like white and black, so you could like pick what went with your decor style better. So the exact brand is EVEYWHERE. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But for the price, it's great, and has 7,000 awesome reviews on Amazon. Sold. This next one, it's so funny to like put this picture in next to me because it's a knife, and I just feel like that looks so scary. But I love having good kitchen knives. I just have a guilty pleasure for them. They just cutting with a nice knife, there's nothing like it. And I feel like you can go and buy like a huge knife set or like a huge pots and pan set, and that's great, and I think that the quality is probably still there, but I think buying specific knives and specific pans that you need individually, you're always gonna get better quality just because it's just upping the brand standard a little bit. So my mom, absolute kitchen snob. Like, there is no one that is more of a kitchen snob than her. She has every kitchen gadget and appliance. It's her biggest passion, and that's what she loves to do. So she found this brand, and I think she found it from another food blogger, What's Gobby Cooking. But she posted these knives by Global 18 is the company, and I used it at my lake house this summer, and I fell in love with this knife. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the best clean cut. It looks so cute. It has this cute little, like the handle is like all embossed, cute. I was like, I need this thing. So I added it to my Christmas list back in July. I still want the same knife. I'm really excited for it. I'll link the exact one I'm getting below, but they have tons of different knives, all sorts of different like weights and stuff, but I just love a big butcher knife. There's just something about having a big old knife to cut anything you want. It just is easier cutting. I feel like there's less chance that I'm gonna cut my finger off, which is funny because it's a bigger knife, but I just feel like there's more surface area. I can hold my hands further away from where I'm cutting. I don't know. I just love having a big knife. So that's the one that I wanted if I had to pick one, and I'll link it below. They're actually a pretty decent price too. And this is something that is like, so I don't really need this, but it's always something that I've wanted. And I have been staring at this for so long. You've probably seen everyone talk about it. I feel like it's just such a popular thing, but the Serena and Lily baskets. Here for it. I just think they're so beautiful. I have always wanted something to like store my blankets in, and I love that this one has a lid so you can like kind of hide things away. I also could envision myself storing like dog toys in this. Or I'm asking for the large size, and I've never seen these baskets in person, so I'm hoping the large size isn't like ginormous. But looking at the pictures, I think the large is like probably the best one to start with. And I also did this strategically so that because I eventually want two, like a big one and a like smaller one together, because I would think that would look cute together. But I don't want to have to like buy the small one or like ask for the small one and then have to buy the big one. So I'm asking for the more expensive one so that when I have to buy it, I can buy the cheaper ones. So pro tip. Next is, I feel like such like a Pinteresty Instagram thing, but I just really want these because I make coffee all the time and I actually only have like 3 mugs that I like and like fit like a ton of coffee in them. So I want glass coffee mugs. I just think they look so beautiful. I love that like when you make like a fun frappuccino, you can see like what's inside. I just think it looks so beautiful. So I want glass coffee mugs. I found these ones on Amazon. They're very inexpensive. I think I'm gonna ask for 2 sets, so I'll have 4 total. Very excited to get these. Again, it's something I feel like so frivolous, but that's the whole point of Christmas, right? It's like buying things that you want, but you wouldn't like get yourself. Like I've had these in my Amazon shopping cart for like 3 months now. Haven't checked out yet, so it's time. Like I clearly still want them. I just don't want to spend the $25 on it. So great gift. So this was something that I actually like started initially researching for my mom because it's new this year and I thought like she would love it because it looks really cool. But after doing some more research on it, I decided, you know what? I want one too. So I am asking for the Ninja Foodie Oven. And what's really cool about this is that it's like a little, like, it's like a conventional oven, like a mini oven, but it's also an air fryer and it has like a ton of other features. And the best part is that it flips up in a way. So it's like, I feel like those big conventional ovens take up so much space on your counter. And this one flips up and out of the way, which I think is so key for someone living in an apartment, has a small kitchen already. So I'm really excited to get this. I just feel like I'll use it so much. I feel like right now I'm so hesitant to even turn on my oven every night because 1, I hate cleaning it, and 2, it takes so long to heat up that by the time I've like put everything else that needs to be cooked in the microwave, I am like still waiting for the oven to heat. So this heats up in seconds and gets up to like 400 degrees in seconds. So I mean, I just feel like it's perfect for me and like the type of lifestyle and the lazy cooking that I do. So really excited to hopefully get this. I am such a big lover of the Barefoot Dreams blanket. I have one and I like sleep with it every single night. I bring it from my bedroom to the living room and we'll cuddle with it on the couch. So I really want another one that I can just leave in the family room. And I just feel like this would be such a great gift for anyone. If you don't know what to get someone, get them a Barefoot Dreams blanket and I promise they will not be disappointed. It's like one of those blankets that I would never buy for myself. I didn't even buy this one for me. I think I got it for Christmas last Christmas, but I would never spend $180 on a blanket. Don't spend that. Find it on sale somewhere. It goes on sale all the time, or there's dupes for it now. So do that, but don't spend $180 on this blanket because it's amazing and it's definitely like meets all of my expectations and dreams, but I would not spend $180 on a blanket. So find it on sale. Nordstrom Rack has on sales all the time. Black Friday, keep an eye out. Okay, last kind of like big gift type thing is the Google Nest thermostat. So I am such a Google Home girl. I feel like everyone's on the Alexa game, and I'm the biggest Amazon person. So I don't know how I ended up on the Google train, but love my Google, and I am asking for this Google Nest, which I didn't even know they made. I was just gonna ask for the regular Nest, but when I saw that they have a Google version, I was like, genius, absolutely, sign me up. So what I really like about this one is that it's pretty. Like, I feel like the normal Nest is like black and, you know, whatever, silver, but this one's like rose gold and it's beautiful. So yes, sign me up. Let me put that in my house. It'll just be like a really good investment in something that I don't want to buy myself, but it's really inexpensive. And the Google version is actually cheaper than the normal Nest version. So it like kind of worked out that it was cheaper and I liked it better. Okay, and so then all this last stuff is just like stocking stuffer stuff, which is funny because I mean, stockings are, I feel like usually not a big deal, but stockings are a big deal in my household. My mom goes all out. My dad like loves helping with the stockings because I feel like my mom will like buy all the other gifts. So my dad really likes to help like find stuff for the stockings at like TJ Maxx, and like he's a big TJ Maxxer. All his clothes are from TJ Maxx or Costco. I love him. But So he really loves to help out with these things. So I tried to give them just like a few little things that like I would love to have. So I won't show pictures for these, not linking a specific one necessarily, but I'll like link some on my Amazon storefront. I'll build a list out for what I'm asking for in my stocking. And that way you can just kind of shop generally what I might be getting. But okay. So I really want an avocado tool. These are really cool because you can like pick the avocado like pit out and then you can slice it. It has like a little slicer thing and has a little like on the other side, it has like a little hole for like taking the pit out. So it's just super easy to do. And I feel like everyone needs one, and everyone that doesn't have one, I would highly suggest you get one. I also want an egg slicer and an egg timer for hard-boiled eggs. Like the little egg timers you like put in the pot with boiling water and it'll turn like a color when they're ready. I need that because I always underestimate how long they need to be cooked or overestimate. And then the egg slicer is also nice because right now I just like randomly cut my hard-boiled eggs up and the slicers cut it into like perfectly sized. I also want another Amazon Fire Stick. So right now I have an Amazon Fire Stick in my bedroom, but I would love to have one in the living room because right now I have to plug my computer in to watch TV out there, which isn't the end of the world, but it would just be nice to be able to have like a remote out there to be able to use the TV. And so the Amazon Fire Sticks are like $25 and they are the best thing. Like I love mine. It just is basically turns any TV into a smart TV. I don't think I would ever buy a smart TV just because of how easy the Amazon Fire TV is. It's just so simple to work. I would also love some wine ice cubes, preferably stainless steel, because I love white wine in the summers, but I'm really bad about remembering to chill it. So this I could put into my freezer and then just pop one into my glass of white wine and enjoy a nice chilled glass. These silicone wine toppers are so good. This is something that I'm like actually linking, and my mom has these and we have been trying to find them for 2 years. I have wanted these for 2 years and we have not been able to find them. I'm about to just buy them for myself because they're like $7, but they're so cute. They're like little basically flowers and like they're silicone wine toppers. So I feel like a lot of wine toppers have like things coming out of them and like it's not super easy to store, like especially in your fridge, but these are super easy to store and it seals it so it won't spill. I'm not 100% that it won't spill. It probably won't, but need to test that theory for every bottle because it might spill on some but not others. Anyway, use your judgment. So I really want this dog mom hat. I just feel like it's so beautiful and it's white on white, which I love. I wear hats almost every time I walk the dogs and I only have like 3 that I really like right now that aren't like super sorority, and I really want like this one because it's white. And I told myself I would never own anything that says dog mom, but here we are and it's beautiful. I'm here for it. This one is actually something for Miller. It's these silicone dog bowls and they're super inexpensive, but I feel like when we travel, like if I'm taking her to Pierce's house or if we're like going to a friend's house for the night or whatever, I like to have like bowls for her that I can use for her food or for her water, and these are super inexpensive. I just haven't bought them for myself yet. So silicone travel dog bowls. Okay, and last thing is throw salt. So throw salt, I was telling my friend Marissa on a walk this morning about throw salt and she was like, what is that? So throw salt is like, it's like a little container and you put salt in it. So if you're cooking, instead of having like a salt shaker where you have to like crank it and your salt, if like your recipe calls for salt, or if you're tasting something and it needs salt in your cooking, you just like pinch it and throw it. That's why it's called throw salt, but you're not like necessarily throwing it. I guess you are in a way. Anyway, I like was having the hardest time explaining this to her. I was like, I feel like it's just salt that you throw when cooking, but I just want like a little vessel for it, I guess. And I don't care what it looks like. I just really want one. My parents have it in both of our houses and they keep it on the windowsill. And it's just, I mean, it's easy. You just like, when you're cooking, you're not like, oh, let me get the salt grinder. And then I feel like you would use, when I do that now, when I cook, I use so much salt for my grinder, and those grinders are expensive. So having throw salt, you just buy like a big bag of salt and then just keep filling it up. I don't know. It's a game changer. See, these are like the little things that it's like, why do you want that? It's because I don't want to buy it myself. Okay, so that's it. That is my Christmas list. I hope that you either found this video very entertaining or found things that you would want for Christmas on here. Maybe there's something that you were like, oh, yes, adding to cart. Or you're just like, Zoe, you're insane and your Christmas list is just comical. But yeah, I can't wait to make more videos for you guys. I have some fun things coming up this holiday season. I don't know how it's all gonna happen, honestly. I was already looking at stuff and I'm like, that's gonna have to happen in 2021. There's just not enough days. So lots of fun things coming up. Be sure to find me everywhere. I am on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, obviously. I am on Pinterest. I have a great website that I spend so much time on. So please check it out. I love talking to you guys. Always feel free to DM me anything. And then just kind of like as we're going into the holiday season, a way that you can support me and my small business for free is just liking my things, commenting on my things. I mean, I love the love and love to see it. So thank you so much for being here, for supporting me. I mean, this is just so fun for me right now. It's not really like huge source of income, but I just love doing it. So I hope that as this business starts to grow, you are here to support me, and I just so appreciate you being here. So thank you. Happy holidays. I will leave links to everything below. If you need links for anything that you don't see, or you have any questions about anything, or if you need help Christmas shopping, let me know. I am shopping all the time. Literally, I have like 7 carts and not checking out anytime soon. So let me know. Happy to help you. And happy holidays, and I can't wait to see you very soon.